Hi everyone, my name is Sharon Pope and I'm a life coach, author, and speaker. I had surgery on my foot about 2 weeks ago and I've been on crutches since that time and I still have a few more weeks to go. Now this was a surprise to me. I thought I would be down 3 days to a week max. And once I heard that news, it was really hard for me to not get discouraged. I mean, being on crutches makes even the simplest of activities such a struggle, and it's really slowing me down. Most days I'm sitting here on the couch with my computer on my lap and my foot propped up on a pillow. Now, as a life coach, it's easy for me to recognize that every challenge contains some lesson that I'm supposed to learn. So I went in search of the lesson. Of course, the experience was helping me to recognize how fortunate I am, and this is only temporary. I was so grateful for all the people that have surrounded me with support to help me with all the things that I just can't do anymore. And I knew that sometimes when your body's telling you you need to slow down, it's because you really need to slow down. And so I was going to enjoy and embrace the additional rest that my body was going to need. Now those lessons are all fine, but I knew that there was something more. My amazing friend Tracy stopped over to help me recently, and she knows me well enough to know that I was struggling with this and it was impacting my spirit. But she asked me an important question. She said, "What do you want this time to be?" You see, it's really easy for us to say what we don't want. I don't want to be on crutches. I don't want to feel helpless and have to rely so much on others. I don't want my life to be restricted. But it's much harder to actually state what we really want and then have the courage to ask for it. Well, I knew I wanted to feed myself during this time by reading the pile of books that I have had around for months and haven't yet found the time to read. I knew there were a few online courses that I wanted to join that would expand my knowledge and understanding around some new topics that interested me. And I knew I wanted to apply for speaking engagements and promote my new workshop and new coaching package, but those are all things I'm going to do. It's not really what I want to experience or feel or create. After some quiet time and listening to my inner voice, waiting for it to speak up, I found what I really want. I want this to be a time where I create more openness, more space in my heart and in my life. I want this to be a time where I really live the principles that I teach so that I can share those with my clients. It is so much easier to notice what's wrong in our lives than to focus on what's right. And I don't care if it's your business, your life, or your relationships, it is so much easier to say what we don't want rather than defining and asking for what we do want. But there is very little growth in following the easy path. And there's so much more to create when we live in possibility and we look for meaning. This reframe is available to all of us at any time and for any challenge. If you're ready to transform your life and be able to start asking for what you want, check out my new coaching package at my website. It's called Your Life Transformed, and it can be found at SharonPopeTruth.com. As always, tell the truth, show up in love, live in freedom. God bless.